It's August 3rd, 2022, and Fortitude X and her crew are casting off in Victoria on Vancouver Island to head south. Thank you for joining us as we are harbor hopping down the Washington, Oregon, and California coast, ending the first part of our cruise in beautiful San Francisco. As you can imagine, our preparation for this trip started way earlier. First with a shakedown cruise around Vancouver Island in 2021, followed by a hole-out at the beautiful Discovery Harbour Marina in Campbell River, installing a water maker, and doing some canvas work. Of course, it wasn't all work, but lots of play, as we were bidding farewell to beautiful BC throughout the summer of 2020. We made the magnificent Vancouver Rowing Club our home base for the month of July. This allowed us to install our new Evolution sails, doing some electronic updates, and final maintenance and cleaning. Some more sailing in Canadian waters before raising the quarantine flag, entering the United States of America through Port Angeles. First time out of Canadian waters for Fortitude X. We cleared customs, provisioned the boat, purchased a new cell phone plan, and continued our journey heading for Near Bay. We passed Cape Flattery, turning south for my first full overnight sail. Oh. was marvelous sailing through the night, entering Astoria through the graveyard of the Pacific.
Just leaving the graveyard of the Pacific.
Which, by the way, was a very uneventful endeavor. Harbor hopping is awesome, but you have to watch the tides, which we learned the hard way in our next stop in Newport, Oregon. You know, the real beauty is on the other side. We truly took our time going down the coast. Arriving somewhere has never been our aim. We stopped in Winchester Bay and Coos Bay. We rented a car, exploring Southern Oregon and Northern California, meeting wonderful people along the way. Okay, what you hear in the background is not the wind, but my breath. And Thorsten yapping for air. Fog was a constant companion on this part of our journey, but nothing to really being too concerned about as we were watching our radar like a hawk. You're clearly in the minority being on a sailboat. That only changes when you're approaching San Francisco. We spent an entire month in San Francisco and enjoyed every minute of it. We used our time wisely, making new friends at the excellent South Beach Yacht Club and installing Starlink for better communication going south. One of my personal highlights was anchoring in Aquatic Park. It's the perfect location, close proximity to the city, and views of the Golden Gate Bridge and Alcatraz. And then you're doing all the things you do when you're going to San Francisco. And be sure to wear flowers in your hair. After waiting for favorable winds, we eventually continued our journey south with stops in Santa Cruz, Monterey, Santa Barbara, Channel Islands, LA, and finally San Diego. The variety of wildlife we experienced was quite incredible, not just in the ocean, but also at the very interesting Monterey Bay Aquarium located on historic Cannery Row. The only way to do grocery shopping is like we did through the channels in Oxnard. For 3 days, we were guests of the Del Rey Yacht Club, an ideal hub to explore nearby Venice Beach and area. Marina del Rey is quite incredible with its more than 5,000 slips in 23 marinas. Still, it was time to say goodbye after 3 days.
Probably in the mist is in the background Santa Catalina. Santa Catalina!
Thanks guys, we had an awesome time in Marina del Rey and thanks! Okay, I admit there was some excitement to finally get to Santa Catalina Island, this beautiful little place in California, and it truly didn't disappoint.
What a world!
After a quick overnighter in Mission Beach, we finally arrived at our final destination before heading for Mexico. We love San Diego, especially after our warm welcomes through a Peruvian submarine that passed right by Fortitude X. We moored at the police dock and connected or reconnected with fellow BCA Blue Water Cruising and Baja Haha sailors. Oh, and please make sure to reserve your slip. It's really not that expensive and still way cheaper than getting your boat towed away by Harbour police. The United States Navy has a massive presence in San Diego. In fact, here you'll find the second largest naval base in the country. It's finally time to say goodbye to California. Fortitude X's next journey will take her to Puerto de Ensenada, down to Cabo San Lucas, into the Sea of Cortez and Banderas Bay. Please join us on YouTube. Thank you for watching.